it's going to create the conversations that happen on the podcast going forward. How could it not?
Totally.
And so we're going to create a community not only to be able to discuss in real life the things that come up that we're dealing with and we're challenged with. This is going to be a small community that can have a huge voice in the creation of all that ease as it develops, as it grows, and as it becomes what it's meant to be in this world. I'm so excited.
And it's a nominal fee. We're asking just for $5 at the door for all the wealth of information and spending time with one another. We really are excited about you joining us in this new venture.
Yeah, it's going to be a wonderful way to open a dialogue.
Yeah.
And a perfect lead-in to our 52nd podcast, which is going to be in front of a live studio audience at an Awaken Fair in Fort Lee, New Jersey. What a great lead-in to that.
It's amazing. And so what's exciting, so meetup.com/allthatease, and also we're going to have our allthatease.com website up soon.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that.
There's great things happening.
Look at us.
I know. Do you know why I went on Meetup this morning?
Tell me.
Because I'm having a little trouble sleeping because I'm on some medication to help me heal from this poison ivy. And so I was up throughout the night. I checked my email, and Meetup told me of all the stuff coming up. And one of them was a drum circle. I have wanted to participate in a drum circle for years. I remember reading an article about a woman who, I think she lost her daughter, and she was just dealing with huge amounts of grief. She was having a lot of trouble getting over it. And she drummed her way through the therapy of it. Just the vibrations of the drumming allowed her to clear. She would start drumming and just start bawling. And the drumming and the bawling and the energy of the rhythmic was something that allowed her to release that. And nothing about it stuck with me, who wrote it, the specifics, but that essence of it always stuck with me. And I've wanted to be part of a drum circle ever since, and there hasn't been one. And so that's how I ended up on meetup.com this morning, was because I got this drum circle announcement. So I'm pretty excited about that too, and I'm sure I'll have some experiences to share.
I can't wait to hear about it.
Yeah.
It's also, I used to do a dance group called Journey Dance, hosted by Donna Lightsey, and that too can get emotional. I don't know, just allowing the body and the soul to move at will without thought, you know? There's not a dance script. It's not, you're not in the club, like, dancing a certain way. It's no eyes, no particular dance, no rules, and that can become emotional. Research shows that cells hold on to memory. So, you know, if you've ever had like a traumatic injury, your cells hold that memory. And so I can imagine that with the dancing and the vibration of the drums, there's also something called tapping, quote unquote, that you're kind of helping the cells release that pain and go back to zero, go back to neutral.
I have a friend that's very into tapping. She's a local business owner, very successful, and she does a lot of work with a woman, I'm forgetting her name right now, but her website is Make Your Success Real, and a lot of what she does is tapping around financial abundance, and she walked me through a couple of processes when we were together, just to kind of show me the process a little bit, and I was very surprised that I had walked into her office for a meeting, and I was kind of torqued. And she noticed, and she just kind of, before our meeting, or maybe at the end of it, I don't remember, she kind of walked me through this tapping process, and she even uses it with her students. Very effective.
Well, it's funny, because sometimes I can notice that I start doing it, but subconsciously. Like I'll start, tapping on the heart chakra, which is kind of where your sternum is in your chest.
Yeah. When she starts to get anxious about something, she taps the top of her head. You might not even notice she's doing it. Maybe she's in a meeting. She's having a little overwhelm learning something new, and she'll just kind of tap the top of her head to clear her resistance to it.
Well, that's your crown chakra. So wisdom coming in if she's learning something.
Yeah, great.
But also where fear would reside, right? If you're thinking about something and your thoughts are making you anxious.
That makes sense.
So you kind of tap it out.
I like how you add a little hip-hop and happening twist. Tap it out.
Pop and lock. I wish I could dance like that. That I can't do. There's some dancing that just truly...
I am way more hip-hop and happening inside when I dance than I am outside.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. So what was so cool in all of our brainstorming and creative forces this morning, we picked cards before our podcast, and then it was just like the most perfect cards. So from your Healing Angel Cards deck, Loving Guidance from the Angels, Tony Carmine Salerno.
Yes.
I picked some good ones.
Yes, you did.
I would like to share.
I would love for you to share.
And then I want to get back to Abraham Hicks because she has some amazing words of wisdom that if you join her e-newsletter, you'll get them every day.
Yes.
I have to tell you, I don't check them every day. But man, when I do,
good stuff.
Zingers sometimes. Just snaps you right into
reality.
reality.
And you have one to share for today, right?
I do. So let me first share the angel cards that I selected as it relates to our meetup group and our All That Ease plan. Think global. You are being encouraged to spread your wings. Think outside the square. You are a citizen of the world. Expand your vision. Imagine the world within your heart. Embrace it. Surround it with love. Let it be, and so it will be. Positive outcome. The sun is about to burst through the clouds, and you will soon see things in a different light. Something that previously seemed hopeless will soon be filled with nothing but hope.
Love it.
I know.
I like these so much better than fortune cookie responses.
Totally.
Right?
You know that funny game with fortune cookies? You then end it in the bed?
In bed, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, these don't really go with that.
No.
But positive outcome in bed? Think globally in bed. I mean, I don't know how that works out.
I mean, I don't know about think globally in bed.
Travel the world.
That takes us to a whole other level.
Great.
This is not that kind of podcast.
It's not. Or meetup group.
That's right.
What did you want to share about Abraham Hicks?
Well, actually, I wanted to share a note from the universe. I get so many emails. Every morning I'll look at my emails on my phone, and I swear there might be 15 emails and not one of them is from a person. They're all these subscriptions and newsletters, and I've unsubscribed, and I just...
Still get them.
I
had to tell you.
I feel like I need to turn them into the law. Because
agree.
I think that's illegal.
Yeah, I agree. There are definitely a lot of newsletters, like groups that I have, and maybe there's all these subgroups that you don't even realize, but every time I go to unsubscribe, I do it, and yet I keep getting emails from the same group.
Yeah, it's frustrating. The tut.com that I wanted to share really went right in with all of the Abraham Hicks stuff that I was listening to this weekend and the conversation that we've been having. Would there be any point in giving you the gift of imagination, the freedom to think as you choose, and dreams that set your soul on fire, if even a single one of them couldn't come true? I think not. I love you too much. Tally-ho, the universe. Think of the implications. That was fun to find in my inbox this morning.
Yeah. And so if we really dissect that for people, what it's really telling us is if you can imagine it and dream it, there is nothing stopping it from being your reality unless you just don't believe it can be your reality.
You are the only thing that is keeping the resistance in place for it to happen.
Mm-hmm. It's your belief that creates your reality. And I think we've talked about that before. It's how you think and feel about something that makes it real or unreal. If you think it's unreal that you can be a millionaire in your lifetime, yes.
I can't tell you how many stories I've heard of somebody that said, I needed $1,000. I needed $1,800. I needed $2,000 to take a course, fix a car, pay their rent, whatever. Mm-hmm. And the money appeared, like out of nowhere. Mm-hmm. They created it. Mm-hmm. Why can't they create $1,800 a week, a day? Another day, another $10,000. Mm-hmm. Another day, another $10,000. Why not?
Right. And then if you're pursing up your eyebrows and your face, know that that's your disbelief.
Do you know that I gave my belief a raise this weekend?
I heard that because
I didn't even realize it.
Yeah.
I used to say another day, another 1,000.
Yeah.
I just said another day, another 10,000.
I'm excited.
All that Abraham Hicks stuff I listened to must have permeated. I gave myself a raise this weekend.
I love that.
Love it.
I want to share something that came from Abraham Hicks on July 4th because that seems fitting.
Perfect.
Get ready for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. You cannot have a happy ending to an unhappy journey.
Declare your independence from unhappiness and discontent.
Boy!
Hashtag for reals.
Yeah, I think that was Kid and Play.
I
think. Maybe Run DMC.
We rely on you for the hip-hop references,
I
the
tried.
Reiki references, the crystal knowledge, the
Seriously.
tarot card readings, the astrology, the
Seriously.
numerology.
Parenting tips.
Absolutely.
I mean, just well-rounded over
What
here.
do I bring to the table?
Everything in between.
Correct.
Yeah. So I had the best
And what does IL stand for?
Entrepreneurs with Ease.
Love it. I'm ready.
Stay inspired. So whether it's registering your email with tut.com or Abraham Hicks or your global telecast, or there's Options Institute, they have weekly wisdom. Louise Hay, I'm sure, has a newsletter. Pick Oprah, Wayne Dyer. Pick your person that already inspires you. Get their daily email newsletter. And yes, we all get tons of stuff in our email, junk and otherwise. But make it a practice to check in on that email. If not daily, at least 3 or 4 times a week. Allow it to keep your fire alive, because as entrepreneurs, you're your own fire starter and fire tender.
And I want to add, because it's the Entrepreneur Corner, a couple that really work for me, for my entrepreneur brain, and that's Eric Worre, especially for network marketing people, and Grant Cardone, who wrote 10X. Really great daily inspiration from both of those guys when it comes to entrepreneurialism.
Love it.
We covered a lot of great ground today. I hope we introduced our audience to maybe some new concepts or delved a little deeper into some concepts that they had already been familiar with. I highly recommend checking further into some of these inspirational tools that we have talked about on this podcast and others. We talk about a lot of tools, and I think that's a key thing. You can't do it on your own. Just like you're talking about with our ilk. You have to have support. And whether the support is listening to our podcast, listening to or watching YouTube videos from experts in the field, Tony Robbins, Oprah, Soul Sunday, Abraham Hicks, Wayne Dyer, etc. So many.
There's even, so it can even branch out even further, because I was going to say there's something for everyone. There's even Rev Run from Run DMC. He has inspirational quotes all the time on Twitter because he became a reverend, and that's like his thing now. And someone else who's super inspiring, his brother, Russell Simmons, at Uncle Rush on Twitter, also tons of inspiring quotes and epiphanies and words of wisdom. So find your inspiration anywhere. Whatever resonates with you.
One of the things that I really learned clearly this weekend from Abraham Hicks, the conversation comes from the asking, from the inquiry. So if you feel overwhelmed, too many things, too many emails, too many YouTube videos, too many meetups, ask. Ask for guidance. And the law of attraction will bring the exact right thing that you need at that right moment.
Love it.
Yeah. Great.
So stay inspired. Find us on Meetup.
I thought you were going to say stay in school.
That too. No. Stay inspired. Meetup.com/allthatease. Allthatease.com is coming. And with that,
we will. See you next Tuesday.